So nope, this isn't an advert for a well-known brand of shoe. This is actually a little video I thought I'd make about a collection of Corgi and Dinky model cars that I inherited from my dad and my two uncles back when I was a little boy myself in the early 1980s. So back in the 1950s and 1960s, my dad, my two uncles, three brothers, they were children and they had a small collection of toy cars. They also had things like train sets as well, but because I've always been interested in cars, I was lucky enough to inherit these back when I myself was a little boy, but just old enough to be able to look after these older cars. A lot of them still had their boxes as well, and these are the ones I'm going to show you today. So I decided to go up into the loft where they've been stored carefully. They're stored inside this shoebox, mainly to protect the boxes themselves, because they're only made of cardboard and they're easily damaged by dampness and sunlight. So I've kept them stored away, but I thought today I would take them out and have a quick look at them. So I've not opened this box for a long time, so I don't really know what the boxes are going to be like. I have done my best to store them properly, but there's only really one way to find out. Let's have a look. So they're all tightly packed in there, mainly to keep their shape. You can see here, first of all, first thing we can see is a little figure. Probably didn't fit back in the box. Now that does belong to one of these. Right, so let's go and start taking them out of the boxes. I find the boxes of these cars probably even more interesting than the model cars themselves. There's a lot of terminology on them that by now is quite old-fashioned, but it's interesting nonetheless. So this first one is an ambulance, Cadillac ambulance. So it says here it's got battery operated flashing light. And I know for a fact that doesn't work anymore. Spring suspension, steering wheel, seats, made in Great Britain. There's the Corgi symbol. Glide-o-matic spring suspension, and that's patented. Oh, and here we have the price. So that was 8 and 9 pence. I don't know what that means, but that was the price in the shop. This box looks in pretty good condition. That's more like it. Collect Corgi toys. So it's still got the mechanism there. That switched it on and off. There's all sorts of patent stuff there as well. They have been played with, these cars, even though they have got their boxes, they have been played with. Let's have another one. Oh, this is this one here. This is the Olympics one. This is the Winter Olympics, so this came with a little skier. So what does this have? Detachable skis and sticks to fit skier, opening rear doors, remote controlled hinge seats, moulded interior, spring suspension. Now this box has got a flat from, belongs to a Ford Capri. Now I don't know what happened to that Ford Capri, I've never seen it. This box, the integrity of this box isn't great. So Citroen Safari, it's basically an estate version of a Citroen DS, and it's got opening rear platform, and the seats as well have got a little cog that they can fold flat. Now look at these seats as well. I don't know if you can see the way they fold. It's not just the backrest that folds, it's actually the base as well, which is pretty ingenious. So this is from the 1964 Winter Olympics. Now the one in the box is blue. I don't know why that is. Pretty nice model, that. Move him out of the way. What have we got next? Oldsmobile Tornado. Remote control swivelling jewelled headlights, plated bumpers and side trim, spring suspension. Now I'm pretty sure remote control isn't any fancy Bluetooth device or anything like that. Let's open it up and see what they mean by that. Ah, yes. Remote control. So that is your remote control for the headlights. Pretty nice though. And it works really well. This is an Oldsmobile Tornado. Front wheel drive these cars would have been, with a V8 engine. Quite a number of American cars here. Here's another one. Buick Riviera. Transolite headlamps. Let's find out what that is. What does it say? Oh look, here we go. Transolite headlamps. No batteries, no bulbs. It certainly sounds interesting. What does that say? Oh gosh, look at that. Corgi Transolite headlamps. Needing neither batteries nor bulbs. This is a major breakthrough in the toy field, utilising principles previously only employed for scientific instruments. Wow, they've certainly sold it to me. I do know you need to hold it under the light. I think if you actually shine a light right in the, that's the lens there, the light goes in. If you actually shine a light directly, it is pretty effective. Now this has actually got them front and back. Look, there's another little lens there, but I don't know whether we'll actually see these work. Yeah. Rear lights as well. Let's get nice wire wheels, this one as well. Nice model, this. Riviera. Lovely. Next. Dinky. Now this box, the Dinky boxes, I can see from looking in here, the Dinky boxes have survived a lot less well. It's a Ford Corsair 2000E. Tells you a bit about the car. A nice illustration about it. Oh, and there's stuff in the end. What does it say here? Opening bonnet with special release. Opening windows, jewelled headlights, steering. Ah yes, I know what that steering's all about. Well look. Spare tyres. Your dealer can supply spare tyres for this model. Right, so let's look at this remote control bonnet release first of all. So here's the car. Oh, and it says, what does it say under there? Press button to open bonnet. Okay, let's do it. And there we go. The windows go down as well. Now the steering, it's one of these ones that you press on one side. See the wheel steers when you press on it. Very nice model. That's probably one of my favourite. I can see a few more interesting ones in this box, so I'll maybe skip some of these. I'm interested in this one here. Now, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is not a television show I've ever seen before. But this is the car, presumably from it. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So what does it say first of all? So Napoleon Solo, I know he's the lead character in the show, I do know that. He's driving and firing. Ilya Kuryakin gunning for Thrush. No idea what that's all about. I think I'm going to check that out on YouTube. Let's open it up now. Well, there's quite a lot to this box. Oh, now that is Napoleon Solo. There's his fictitious signature. He's driving. Let's open it up. Oh, it's quite an interesting sleeve this. Wow, look, loads of stuff. So let's put the car to one side. First thing I notice is it's orange on the artwork. So your Waverley ring, it's spelt without another E at the end, that's missing. So the box opens up and there is Ilya Kuryakin. And the back, I'll let you read that if you pause. That tells you all about the Uncle Network. Copyright 1966 Metro Golden Mare. Let's have a look at the car. So it is an Oldsmobile Super 88. It's got the logo on the bonnet and it's got bullet holes in the windscreen, which is fantastic. Swivelling spot lamps. And here's the feature of it. So they're both firing. And it's also got the Man from Uncle underneath as well. So this isn't just a generic Oldsmobile model that's been modified for the Man from Uncle series. This is, you know, that's cast onto the base, that, so that's really good, that. Really nice model, that. That's probably one of my other favourites. Last few, we've got an Australian model car here, which again is an unusual choice of subject. Now, there's actually bits falling off this box as I speak into my hand. Holden Special Sedan. You can see it's got the ray of light there. That's dual headlights on this. Oh, that is not in English language. Oh, there we go. So exclusively in Australia, 6-cylinder engine. That's that steering I was telling you. Press-o-matic steering. Slight pressure either side. Automatically steers it. So they're really into these words, automatic. You know, it's technology. You know, this box is in pretty poor condition. I'm not even keen on opening it. But here's the model. So again, there's your steering. Jewelled headlamps. Opening bonnet with a 6-cylinder engine. Opening boot. Some of these had luggage in them. In fact, I'll see in the box if it says luggage. Some marks in the windows. These have all been played with. Whole load of stuff. In particular, the Australian registration. That's the Australian licence to be able to use the model, to be able to make the model. British and Australian patent applied for. So they've really sort of gone all out and on the fact that this is Australian. Really nice looking car, actually. Looks quite like a contemporary Victor of its time. I'm not sure whether the two companies were related at that point, but they certainly were later on in their life. And there's a few others to look at, but in order to stop making the video too long, we'll look at one last one. This is Singer Vogue. Dinky toys again. Again, this box is in a pretty bad way. Press-o-matic steering. Oh, and there is some details about the car. I like that. I like how it shows you that. Let's open it up. Now, I'm not sure. That's a replacement flap. I think I put that on when I was a kid. Probably, this box is probably going to... Oh no, it's okay. It's stayed up. I think this is a rare colour, apparently. I did learn that some time ago. And it's got the press-o-matic steering. It's an earlier Dinky with a tin plate base. So the later ones had a base plate that was die cast, like that. Singer Vogue. Oh, we'll look at one more. This is another one I really like. Austin A60 driving school car. True scale steering. Don't know what that means, but pupil, instructor, motor school car. I really like this one. Let's open it up. I wonder if this is, before we do, has this got the price on it? Ah, yeah, there we go. 5 and 6. Let's open it up. I always loved playing with this one when I was a little boy. Just look. And there is your, that'll be your pupil in there. And then your instructor's in there. I think he'll be getting a minor for not washing his windows. Love that one. So I mean, there's a few more still in the box, but these are some of my favourite ones. There they are, all lying there. I've got quite a few more that are not in their boxes, but I'll maybe save those for another video. But I just thought these boxes would be quite interesting to maybe some people who perhaps remember these from their own childhood. Now I've got to put these all back. Great. Bye.